Greetings all, it's the Devious Monkey here, Sad Monkey. Yesterday, we had to have our cat of 17, almost 18 years, put down. He took a very quick turn for the worse, really on Friday. It got very noticeably not good, and we had to make the awful decision to end his suffering because it just was awful. And I don't want to linger on it because I don't want to burst into tears again. That cat we've had almost since the start of our relationship, you know, my queen and I's relationship. And, you know, he's our child. So it was just difficult for the past. She started going through her pictures and everything, and she's like, you know, it's been like 2 years where you can see where he started to change. But in the last year was when it got really bad with the whole kidney disease and then the thyroid problems and this, that, and the other thing. And, you know, we had him on medication and trying to regulate that medication because it turned him into a freaking zombie and, you know, back and forth and back and forth. And we promised each other and him that, you know, we wouldn't be selfish and try to put him through living hell to keep him alive with you know, dialysis and this, that, and the other thing. And it could have just gotten really ugly. And, you know, it started to get bad. So again, we had to make that awful decision. Hands down the worst fucking thing I've ever had to do. And it's scarred me, and I'm messed up from it, and I miss my cat. You know, you have something that's a constant in your life that is part of your rituals on a daily basis, and all of a sudden they're not there. So her and I have just been blubbering for, you know, yesterday and today. They're a little bit better today, you know, in the grand scheme of things, but not like that first waking up, like neither one of us wanted to go downstairs, especially her, because I left that ritual to them where she would always be the one that goes downstairs. The cat's waiting for her. You know, she gives him his pill and treats, and then he runs into the kitchen with her and gets fed and all that kind of stuff, you know, and it's just like, it was brutal, you know, and coming downstairs and not seeing him sitting there like waiting for me to come down, it's just brutal. All right, I'm not going to linger on that, but I needed to get that out so that everybody understands. Again, it's been coming. We just didn't want it to come that fast or ever, you know. So, I mean, it hasn't even been 2 weeks since I buried my father, and now, you know, I get this fucking kick in the balls. So, you know, I haven't been in the mood to do anything. You know, I mean, I've kind of sort of filmed, but sitting there and editing, nah, I didn't want to do that at all. I still don't. I don't want to fucking do anything, but I don't want to sit there and just fucking blubber, because that's not going to do me any good. So, you know, today we went to Michael's, and, you know, we got, I had commissioned 2 separate people over the last couple of years. One person did almost like a comical type painting, digital painting of him. Another one did like an oil type painting of him. And then we have the original picture. It's my favorite picture. It's the one I post everywhere of the cat, like getting ready to pop a bubble. He was playing with bubbles. And, so we bought a frame so that I can print those pictures out and we can make like a triptych, and we're basically going to make a little kitty shrine. You know, we're going to have him cremated and get his little urn and all that shit, and we're looking at shelves to put up like right pretty much where his tree was. That tree was a big part of his life. In fact, because the first tree that I had, I gave it, you know, we had it, and I didn't want to pay to move it because it was just too big and heavy. So I got rid of it, and then I felt like shit because, you know, he didn't have his tree when we got there. So, you know, like right when we first moved here, I went and bought another one that was the same kind. And I shit you not, I didn't even get it all the way through the door, the front door. And he jumped onto it and stuck to it. And I had to carry him on the tree across the room to where we put it. Like, that's how much he loved that tree. Yesterday, I cleaned up the litter in the cat's bathroom, you know, because I'm not going to donate a dirty litter box. So I got rid of the litter, and I had like this rubber-ish plasticky mat that I had to put down because he was having problems going to the bathroom and he wasn't going in the litter box, at least not entirely. So now that it's gone, the floor is ruined, you know, whatever. You know, I don't give a shit about that. But, you know, I had that down. You know, I got rid of the poop thing that we put the poop in and all that kind of crap. You know, and I had to get rid of all that, and I kind of vacuumed. I didn't do I'm gonna have to sanitize that bathroom because there's just fucking cat litter dust all over the place, and you know, he pissed all over the floor, and that's all ruined. But I have all that freaking special kidney diet food that he did not like. I mean, cans of it, and I had just taken like on basically I think on Friday, I took his like hard kidney food, the bag of hard kidney food, and I separated it out in individual packs and sealed them. So that way he was always like, every week he was sort of like getting a new fresh thing. We didn't realize how awful it was that we were going through like a 5-pound bag of his other food, and then by the time we got to the end, it was just like, he'd eat it. But every time we got fresh food, he went crazy for it because it was fresh. So that's why I had one of those, you know, the vacuum seal things, and I started making individual like pouches of it. So I had all that food. You know, plus I had just gotten him the new bowl set, the stainless steel bowls and all that stuff. So I took all that shit, plus I was using like puppy pee pads because he was peeing all over the floor, and I was using that to absorb, you know, so I didn't have to go out and hose it down every day. All that shit went to Hope for Life Rescue because, you know, what are we going to do with it? So I got rid of all that stuff, donated it to the rescue. You know, we've got all of his toys and everything. You know, we're already deciding what we're going to do with you know, the whole shrine thing and what toys we're going to keep out for him, you know, or for us that were his, and kind of go from there. But all that is like cathartic, you know, because she went through and put like 1,500 pictures into a folder that she'd had on her phone, and I went through, you know, and found those paintings that I had commissioned, and you know, I said, well, why don't we just like do a triptych frame or something like that. So again, we went and bought the frame today. I also had to get a flag holder for my dad's flag from his military honors, from his burial. I got the flag. You know, we just have to go through the brutality of him not being there, the weight of that silence, and just like coming down and him not being there, and all the habits that we got into. You know, like we just came home from the grocery store and everything, and normally she watches me like a hawk because I let him out one time way back when we first got him, inadvertently, by opening the sliding glass door and not putting the screen up, and I didn't realize he'd gotten out. So ever since then, she watches me like a hawk to make sure that the cat doesn't get out. And she freaked out if I had the door open for more than 2 seconds. So I had the door open and carrying the stuff in, and, you know, first instinct was to shut the door, you know, but she doesn't have to. And, you know, I was like, I've got to go to Walmart now and try to find like the little Tupperware things that I was putting the alien baby spider plant babies into to give away. And then she's like, well, now, I mean, we can put them anywhere we want. And that was like a smack in the face, because I was like, the whole reason that I was giving all these things away is because we had to hang them to keep him from getting into them, you know, but we don't have to do that anymore. So, you know, I was like, all right, but I don't want 200 fucking spider plants all over our house. You know, there's just all these first things. And for me, it's a double kick in the balls, because now it's the first for not having my father here. Now, not only that, but now it's the first not having my fucking cat around. So yeah, it's just been emotionally fucking draining. I feel like I'm carrying around 200 extra pounds, although I am already starting to lose weight because I can't eat because I want to projectile vomit. Once again, that's the state of the monkey in the monkey's world. Shit has sucked the past, you know, month, and I'm trying to keep it together. So now I'm going to go into a Walmart right before Christmas. It was already awful enough at Target because the line was like 4 miles long, and then to have to go grocery shopping, and then realizing that the whole reason I went to Trader Joe's was to get a green drink base to make my smoothie protein shaky things, because one, I need to clean up, and two, I'm not eating, but I need to do something. And what's the one fucking thing I forgot to get? The damn green drink. The whole reason we went there. So we got all these groceries and all this other shit, and I walked out, and I even had it on my phone, and it was the one thing that wasn't checkboxed off. So yeah, so now I'm gonna go to Walmart. I gotta go back to frickin' Trader Joe's. So I wouldn't expect videos every day anytime soon. But I also know that I need to occupy myself, because if I just sit there and listen to that awful silence, which I won't do because I can't deal with that, but it's just going to be even worse. So I don't know. You're not going to see that many videos, but then again, you might, because I might be like out of my fucking mind and I'm going to have to do something. So, all right, that's enough. I don't expect any sympathy. I'm not, don't go out of your way. I just need to get this out. I need to get this out, and I'm like, I always update everybody on this channel with what's going on with me, to the point where I'm explaining my shit cycles, things like that, because it's healing for me to do so. And that's why I'm telling you all this stuff. So yes, hug your pets, play with your pets, give your pets treats, not too many, and enjoy them, because such is life. They won't be around forever, and it sucks when they're not. So that's it. That's all you get for today. Sorry to be such a double Debbie Downer, but that's the fucking way it goes. Anyways, that's all you get for today. So if you have any comments, questions, suggestions, leave them down below. As always, thanks for joining me. Be sure to like and subscribe. And remember, kids, forward and up,